Willie D Live.
See, normally I clap after I announce the name, but man, I'm so excited, bro. I had to start clapping for, say, man, this is the guy right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Kane is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Say, man, thank you, man. Thank you for coming. Man, I know you're on a tight schedule, and so I really do appreciate you taking time to stop by, man, and chop it up with me.
Nah, come on, man. You a brother, man. I got so much respect and love for, man, so it's an honor to chop it up with you, man,
Appreciate it, man. Man, let's pick up where we left off yesterday. We were having a conversation about the Grammys. And, I wasn't there for various reasons. I wasn't there. And, they celebrated the 50th anniversary of hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
A house that I helped build. And, so, I wasn't there, but what I want to know is, why wasn't you there? Because you helped build that house, too.
Well, I wasn't asked until the very last minute. And then when I was asked, it wasn't even by the people that was actually putting the talent together. It was by someone else that, has a relationship with, the people that run BET.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess, because of the amount of artists throughout the years, they could only, fit so many in an 11-minute segment where some people had to get left out, some people had to be sacrificed, and I'm assuming that I was one that was one or the other, But, at the end of the day, man, I'm glad that it was successful and everybody was talking about it and, loved the way that it went. Would I have loved to have been part of it? Absolutely. But still, I'm just happy for everyone else that, that did their thing, man, and it is what it is.
You know what, man? God gonna bless you, because I don't feel that way. I'm like, fuck the Grammys. I should have been there. They should have went out of their way to make sure I was there. They should have went out of their way to make sure you were there. They should have went out of their way to make sure that they paid proper homage to this thing, the number one genre of music in the game right now. You can say what you want to say about hip-hop, but we number one.
By all means.
And you thought we was gonna be a flash in the night. You thought it was going to last, a couple of years, and then you say, well, 10 years max. And then you look up now, and we 50 years in.
And not only 50 years in, every other genre is incorporating hip-hop into their music.
Exactly.
Even
country music.
Show you right, yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. By all means. Like I said, man, it is what it is, man. There's so many people like there was, I think, a thing on Billboard where they did the top 50 MCs or top 20 MCs. I can't remember what it was, top something. And there was a lot of people upset about the way that they had people placed, at this number or this person being left off. And I mean, in all honesty, I've never in my life made a song for Billboard magazine. I've never in my life made a song for the Grammys. I've never in my life even made a song for the Soul Train Awards. You know what I'm saying? So
who you made the songs for?
I made the song for the fans, for the people. Damn. So when someone come up to me and say that my music got them through high school, got them through college, got them through Desert Storm, helped them get married.
Come on, man.
That's when I feel like I've done my job. It doesn't matter to me if someone says I'm number one in a magazine or says I'm number 25. That don't even matter. That's just their opinion. What matters is, the fans that, that my music meant something to.
Well, you answered the question for me, because I was going to ask you, what do you think about them putting you at 25?
That's their opinion.
That's just their opinion, right?
I mean, you ask me, some of my favorite magazines, I'll be done rolled off Right On, Word Up, Rap Masters, and all types of stuff before I even mention Billboard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I doubt that they care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man, until it ain't what it ain't, man.
Well, at least you was on the list, man. At least you was on the list. I wasn't even on the list, and which is strange to me, since so many people claim to love the Ghetto Boys, and Ghetto Boys is top 5, top 10 all times, and since I wrote the majority of the lyrics, I'm just wondering like why I'm not never on that list. But fuck all y'all. Anyway, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I want to keep this positive because you're a positive brother, man.
You know what I've always loved about you, man? Your voice,
Yeah.
man. Like I've always felt that your voice was so important in the Ghetto Boys. I love Faces, bars and stuff, but your voice is just so damn captivating, man. It's
Appreciate it, King.
like I can sit and listen to some stuff that that Face spit. I love Bushwick verse on Mind Playing Tricks on Me. I don't know if that's your pen or not. With
Brad,
you though,
Brad penned that one.
Oh, Brad, okay.
For him, yeah.
But with you, my dude, man, I don't think I go a week. I don't think I make it through a week without just somewhere walking through the house. I'm just going, I live by the swole. That's just my
Right.
That's my shit, man. I mean, your voice is man, you have such a powerful voice, man. And I mean, and the crazy thing is like, you look at UGK. And it's like I feel like I see the same formula.
My guys, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like, Bun is Face and Pimp C is you. It's like because like your voice is just like, no, you're gonna listen. You're gonna listen to what the hell I got to say, man. Your voice is amazing, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I was the trip part about it is that I studied Chuck D. I studied Chuck D. I studied LL. I studied Ice Cube. And if you listen closely, you can hear a little bit of them.
I can hear the Chuck now that you mentioned. I never thought about it, but now that you mention it, I can hear it.
Yeah. And then with Chuck also, like Chuck's stage presence, the way he move on stage, that was my thing. Like I was like, I want to have that type of energy on stage. Chuck be over here, then you boom. he over here.
Yeah, throwing fists and kicks.
And still going, yeah man. I was like, I used to love that. I was like, man, that's how I want to be, how I want to perform.
Nah, but y'all perform y'all asses off, man. You remember the first time coming to Apollo?
I do. I absolutely know.
The walls was sweating, man. Y'all tore that shit down.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man. The walls was sweating that night.
Yeah. Man, let's since we're in New York, let's stay in New York for a moment. Let's revisit a young Antonio Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Brooklyn. What do you see like growing up? You grew up in Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what's that household like? You growing up, as far as back as you can remember.
Well, the household was magnificent, man. I grew up in a beautiful household. My mother started off working at a supermarket called Sloan's, which was kind of like the 70s version of Whole Food, and then she became a registered nurse. And my pops was a truck driver. And I grew up in a household with both of my parents. I wasn't from no broken home. It was me, my mom's pops, and my little brother Shane, in an apartment, But I mean, we was in the hood. We was in Bed-Stuy. We was in the hood, but it was like my pops had the dark blue and light blue Seville. My mom's had the brown and beige Seville. They had like the matching.
Man, y'all had 2 cars.
Matching humpback Seville.
Y'all was rich.
Yeah, hood rich, right?
Man.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how I grew up. But I mean, I ran with all the street cats, like when people used to hear me shout those names out on the songs, those was the cats that that I was running with in high school. Hawk, Dog, Big Shy, Miami, all these cats. Those was the dudes I hung out with the Albee Square Mall with, and that's who I was running with back then.
Yeah. But what type of life lessons did your mom teach you, and what type of life lessons did your dad teach you? I want to know this because you are a unique individual. Like everybody is unique, but you're a different type of unique. You got a calm demeanor. You got a good spirit. If you look back at your legacy, your history, your career, you haven't heard any scandalous stuff about Big Daddy Kane, right? You don't hear these rumors about he did this, he did this. You don't hear all of that kind of stuff. Like,
You just ain't look deep enough.
I'm not looking deep enough. Okay, well, okay, I'm gonna look a little deeper. But what I'm saying is overall, what I'm saying is, perhaps there's stuff out there, right? Because ain't none of us perfect.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you don't come across as that type of guy
No, I'm not.
that's looking for trouble. You
No, I'm
don't
never
come
looking
across
for
the guy. I mean, you don't come across a guy as a guy with bad energy. You got a good spirit about yourself. That's what I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to get to where did that come from.
No, I can dig it, man. I mean, I don't, I don't want no drama, man. I just want to be happy, man, and enjoy life. That's all I want. And people that know me, even from back then, that's what they'll say that I try to, bring to their life. Because I go on tour, I come back to the hood and snatch dudes from the hood and get them jobs on the road. Here, you can carry the clothes, you can be security, you can help bring the calzone cases for Mr. C. Try to, get them jobs so they get a chance to see different places, different states, travel, hotels, see around the world and get out the hood. I tried to, make it possible for other cats to see what I was seeing, So, that's the type of person I am. And I think I get that, from my family, because it's like my pops, he first started driving for North American Van Line. So, lots of times we ride cross country. My brother wasn't born at the time, but it's like, my pops there, my mom's, shotgun and that little sleeper thing that's right behind the seats.
You talking about the big trucks?
Yeah, the big 18-wheelers,
yeah.
Like in the front part, that little sleeper thing. Yeah. I'll be back. That's where I'm at. Back there, snacking on food, watching them ride and talk to one another, stuff like that, So, I come from where, a good family unit, and things get tight, they hustle, like bills get tight, man. My moms would go out and sell some fake Gucci belts and fake Louis belts and stuff like that. My pops had his man that used to get the hook up with the Pierre Cardin shoes, and he go sell them for, get them from him for a cheap price and sell them for a higher price, stuff like that to the cats that he knew and hung out at the clubs with. Right. So this is the type of stuff I saw growing up, and that hustle mentality was in me, and then that, just being together, looking out for one another, that was in me as well, So it's like, we rockin', we family. We rockin', we family, and we gonna move like family. We gonna move on one accord, you dig?